wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Dalitha. I am Travis, and it is Friday, and that means it's time for Friday Night Smackdown.
So, just so you know, on YouTube's side, they're kind of receiving, they have like an error, and they're not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. So, you might experience some buffering. So, if it continues to be really bad, we might kind of unstart and restart. Just so you know.
If you ain't know, now you know.
Okay.
One of these will work.
I just didn't know I had YouTube up. Hi. Oh,
yeah, I think I opened it in an app or something. That was weird, but whatever.
Yeah.
So it looks like the Usos are going after the undisputed tag team championship.
Yes.
Which they should. They should unify the tag team championships, being there's only like 6 tag teams in all of the wrestling on WWE.
Right.
That one does not bug me at all. The World Championship is a little bit different.
Right.
Unless they're going to make one main title and then one mid-card title, which would be fine. And then maybe a TV title or something.
Which would be weird, I guess. But, I mean, it would be fine with the tag teams. They don't have a lot of tag teams. And the fact that the women's only have one tag title. So what difference would it make if it was only one?
Right. And the women maybe have less tag teams than the men do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like we have people in chat. We have Walter in the chat. Hey, Walter. Sophie and Carlito is out there. Hey, guys. How's it going? Sophie says, hi, Wrestling Gabbers. Sophie also said, did anyone watch Rampage tonight?
I did not, so you can spoil it for me if you
want.
Walter
says, yes, Rampage was good.
Did
Sophie
we have
says,
a new world champion?
The April 29th episode of SmackDown will be taped on April 22nd. Carlito says, hey, Carlito. Walter says, boo, Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns. And P. Cola's in the chat. Hey, P. Cola says, happy Good Friday. Last time I technically have to eat fish on purpose. Right? You're like, now I can enjoy something else and I don't have to eat fish on purpose.
They are doing a hard recap on Raw, in case you guys missed it. Right now with the Usos and the RK Bros and the Street Profits. They're hinting at it.
Right? What are you doing? Hi.
Uso Penitentiary.
What are you doing, huh? What are you doing?
Hey, bunny.
Let's see. Sophie says, today Dave Meltzer reveals why there has been a lot of name changes from call-ups lately. And Pico says, nope, Adam Page retained. Cool. Good deal. I'm glad.
Maybe they can just move forward with him and keep that. It's over, hopefully.
You can't be up there.
With a hope.
You cannot be up there. You step on things. Rawr.
I wonder why it's all glitchy. All right, Randy Orton is on SmackDown.
Yeah.
That doesn't normally happen.
So now they're both snakes? But...
Yeah, Riddle's his own snake. Has these Dangerous Dave Osborne. Do you remember Dave Osborne?
No.
He was this guy that was on, like, Showtime or something when we were kids. And he did all these, like, jumps. Super Dave, that was his name. Super Dave Osborne.
Super Dave. Okay.
It was funny. He always did, like, these goofy tricks.
Huh, okay.
But he, like, you know, he's going to jump the Grand Canyon. He makes it, like, 3 feet. Type things, you know. Like.
Hey.
Or he dies before he even gets to the canyon.
Right.
And it was always live. He was like this. I don't know. It was just fun stuff. He was basically Evel Knievel, but he didn't really do anything.
That's weird. That's weird.
Smoking grasshoppers.
And weird. Very weird. Very weird.
They caught me.
So it says the people that changed their names after being call-ups got a memo. Cool. Pickle's like, whoop, whoop, Sophie had sources. Marcus is in the chat. Hey, Marcus says hello, everybody. Hello, Marcus.
Hey, Mark.
Walter says Randy Orton and Matt Riddle on SmackDown. Sophie says, why does Riddle have fingernail polish? He has girls. I'm guessing they did it.
I'm assuming he's got daughters.
He has toenail polish, too, if you didn't notice. Sophie said that. Piccolo says, have we mentioned Riddle looks like Super Dave? Travis just did it. And then he explained who Super Dave is, Sophie, so rewind it and listen again. Piccolo says grasshoppers. I have no idea what that's from. Don't know. I don't even know if they know.
He's smoking grass. Oppers.
I guess. Ravi's in the chat, though. Hey, Ravi says smash up the likes and subscribe, all that good stuff. Vindicator is also in the chat. Hey, Vin says, hi, Travis, Mr. Kitty, and the mysterious lady who reads the chat, right? How's the top family in Idaho doing on this fine Friday? No offense to Ayla and Jordan.
Doing great.
So
weekend's finally here.
Offense. Walter says, RKO, they will win their match. Marcus says, can you see Solo Sequoia getting that call and joining the bloodline?
I guess. I mean, why not?
I could happen, right? I mean, anything
if
could happen.
If they think he's ready.
Ravi says, oh, RK bro, this show started off hard to watch. Pickle says, get out of my head, Travis. Because you guys both talked about Super Dave.
Super Dave, right?
That's funny. Sophie's like, so both Mania and Mania Backlash both have a unification theme. Sure. It's definitely what it is.
Dun, dun, dun. I wonder how you up it without doing anything.
Oh, did it go away? Just went away.
Oh, yeah. Looks like it.
Maybe it. I'm pretty sure it's something on their end, not ours.
Possibly. Now it's saying it's excellent, so.
Party
time.
Weirdos.
Excellent.
Anyways, it says both the World Championships got unified at Mania and the Tag Championships might get unified at Mania Backlash.
Definitely could. Riddle take the fall in that one.
Is it really a unification if they still have separate belts?
I mean, there's one champion. That's a Una.
Oh, is it?
Una means one. They're not combining them yet. That could still
Pico
happen.
says they're playing consolation playoff games right now. That's why the wrestling was scheduled earlier tonight. Yes. Oh, yeah, for NBA stuff or whatever, right?
I have no idea what's on there.
I'm guessing it's NBA.
Either that or soccer, maybe.
Walter says, okay, the Usos. And Vindicator says, going forward, Travis.
I didn't know there was consolation games. What's a consolation game? Like, they're playing for second place.
Please don't eat that. That is not food, sir.
Or third place, I guess.
That is not food, sir.
What were you asking me? Usos tried to act
Vindicator
tough.
says, going forward, Travis, you think the tag team titles should be unified and champs appearing on both shows?
Yes. Just because there's not enough. It'd be different if there was a bunch of tag teams, but there's not. There's only like 6, maybe. And at some point, Riddle and Randy are going to break up.
Right.
So you got, what, 3 real tag teams? Am I missing one? Besides Alpha Academy, if you want to consider it a real tag team.
I think they're a real academy or a real one because...
Okay, then there's 4 with them.
Because they've kind of been... They've
been
you got the
Vikings, the Usos, the Street Profits, and the Alpha Academy.
Right. Are the only main, like, real tag
I guess
teamers.
you could put the New Day in there.
Yeah, you could also possibly put the Glorious Show-Offs in there because they've been a tag team for quite a long time now.
As they split up and one of them's the world champion, but yeah. Yeah, we're pushing 6.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need more than 6 tag teams. Period.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're so weird. So it was like,
they are really weird.
Did you hear a lot of AEW diehard fans got mad at the ending of Dynamite this week?
I didn't, but I could see why by having Joe on there.
I don't really want to
like
see
I don't like
there.
that Samoa Joe's there. But whoever he was wrestling, it was just terrible. Like just some old guy.
But I think people are a lot of huge fans of him, and so I think maybe that's why they're upset.
And then the basketball player, because they're trying to do an India thing with the new CEO of Discovery, because they have a whole India division.
Oh.
And so they're pushing the India guy. I can't remember what his name is, but I did write it down.
Yeah. Pico says, almost forgot about it till I flipped on the cable TV. Oh, about the consolation playoff games?
That's just weird that they added like the third place game. Or Rampage, yeah.
Matthew says, oh, wow. By the way, Matthew is in the chat. Says, oh, wow, the Usos and RK Bro. I never saw this match before. Narf.
So you see how he's acting? That's how, like, a lot of drunks that I used to hang out with, they do that. They would think they were tough. It doesn't take a lot to drop somebody that acts like that.
No, it doesn't.
They act tough.
You just punch them in the face once
They're
and they
trying to
cry like a baby in the
bulldog.
corner. Walter says, there's the kitten. There he is.
Yeah.
There he is. Robbie says the Usos, dear, oh dear. Vindicator says, oh, and Rampage tomorrow is basically AEW version of Survivor Series, right? With champions fighting champions.
Is that what's happening? I didn't think there was any champions fighting champions. I think it's just champions are defending their titles.
Mm.
I know that we're going to see, what's his name, wrestle. Sammy Guevara is going to wrestle on there.
Oh,
And then the Scorpio Sky. And then there's another match on there also, but I'm trying to remember which one it is. Is it Thunder Rosa? Yeah, Thunder Rosa and the
Nyla
transgender.
Rose. Yeah,
And
that
then,
one.
and there's probably only one other match besides that one. It's got to be a title match, and they did the world title match tonight.
They bleeped him out earlier for something he said. He's like the bitches off the lead.
Right.
So he says maybe they keep changing Rampage times every once in a while to test for the future. Pico says NBA play-in. It's a modern inclusion to get 2 more games, 9th and 10th seeds on each conference.
Ah, all right.
That's weird.
Why not? Just add games.
Just participation trophies all over the place. Sophie says there will be a lot of AEW signings going to be part of both Ring of Honor and AEW TV. Vindicator says, Robbie, how was the traffic in the UK today? You know, Drew Mac is bringing a pay-per-view over there sometime soon.
They are. I guess they're going to do a bunch of live shows here at the end of April in London.
Sophie says AEW is also on tomorrow night as well. Robbie says, you know WWE is bad when we go off topic.
Well,
they're just talking, so
Usos
it's
trying
different.
to be tough,
I mean,
and it's weird.
I don't know what that's about.
No clue.
Sophie says when they first mentioned these pay-per-view types of show, they have an hour instead of a 2-hour show. Pico says I'm an NBA fan, but from years back, my guys were T-Mac and Dirk and Garnett.
Garnett, yeah.
Garnett.
Kevin Garnett. The Shiznit. He's one of my favorites.
Sophie says it's funny. So far, the AEW World Championship hasn't been defended on these Battle of the Belts shows yet. Vindicator says AEW is doing a Battle of the Belts show. I mistakenly called it Rampage, which is tonight.
Right.
It was already earlier, Vin. It's over.
It's already happened.
Pico is like, Robbie, it's just the intro monologue. Nothing special than any other week. Robbie's like a little cola, trust me, dog. Daz Reynolds is in the chat.
Sasha wearing?
Hey, Daz.
Sasha's lost herself. She's slowly turning into Naomi. What did we come up with her name? What's it? Jigsaw?
Is that what
Rhea?
it is?
She looks like the guy from the cover of that show. What's it called?
Saw.
Yeah. Jigsaw, right?
Daz Reynolds is in the chat. Hey, Daz.
Hey,
Says, who do you
Daz.
think will come back first, if any? A legend. I don't know.
Asuka.
Robbie says traffic is shite as always been in the UK. Vindicator says, love me Sasha Banks with blue pigtails and green balls. Sophie says Tony Khan, of course, is going to make a major announcement next week since that's his thing. Make a major announcement every week or
Isn't
two.
it just if they have blood or major announcements? That's kind of what they're selling. At some point, you can't just keep having major announcements.
Right.
So at some point, they got to make the show better again, like it used to be.
Oh, I know how they can do it. Get rid of all the WWE morons that they have on
That's
there.
not how. It's probably going to be, the announcement's probably going to be a WWE person.
Oh, I'm sure. That's up next. Naomi versus Rhea Ripley up next. So when are they having the 2 on the for the belts?
Monday.
Okay.
So
So weird. Robbie says, the roads have holes where I live. The council needs to fix it pronto.
the council.
Yes, the
Dun
council.
dun 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 dun. The council. That's pretty funny. Is it the city council?
Mm-hmm.
Grovel.
Robbie says, SD on fire tonight, lol. Sophie says Tony Khan's announcements are starting to get tired since he does one every month, it seems like.
Oh yeah, a giant one.
Doesn't he have
Leo
to
Rush.
tell him that he's doing that stuff though?
Yeah, he likes to announce it so people tune in so he can get the ratings up. But at some point, they're going to realize it's just going to be somebody like Leo Rush again, or what's his name? The Cole, not Cole. Cole's kind of. I can see Cole being a little bit bigger. O'Reilly, Fish,
Right.
Tony Atlas. I mean, come on. Okay, stop.
And they're like,
Nobody cares.
rinse and repeat.
What's
rinse
his
and
name?
repeat.
Samoa Joe. It's like, dude's 83 years old, crippled, and then he wrestled a guy that was even older than him in the main event.
See, Vindicator says, so having these lady tag teams fight all these singles matches just waters down the anticipation for the championship match.
Right. And they do it all the time, one-on-one, and then one-on-one, and then one of them wins, and then the other one wins, and then at some point, 3 weeks later, they have a match for the title. I don't get it.
Oh, Robbie says, I live in a town, lol. Do you? You live in an actual town and not a tree? That's amazing. Jonathan Martinez is in the chat.
Hey,
says,
Jonathan.
Sophie. Vindicator says they should fight different opponents with their championship opponents just watching on commentary.
Or in the back on the big screen. But I don't think they have enough women's tag teams to do that with. Maybe they have to pay women extra to be on TV so they don't want to do it or something. And so they just don't put them on TV.
Maybe.
Like,
I don't know.
We can only afford 3 women this week.
Well, we don't want to show anybody else. This is just dumb. So he says, do they have debuts on pay-per-views or Dynamite since AEW was born? Yes. They have a dumple sometimes, depending. Sometimes they have debuts on pay-per-views.
Yeah, we've
Sometimes
seen
they have debuts on Dynamite. I'm pretty sure they've had debuts on Dumbass Rampage, too, so. Robbie's like, tag team back again. Pico says,
Check
so
it to wreck it,
48
let's begin.
hours since the finale of Dynamite, a lot of community backlash has occurred with the big Indian dude. Why?
Why are they smashing Samoa Joe? Joe is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Robbie's like, do you live amongst your animals? Do I?
Yeah, she was outside holding a chicken a little bit ago. So
I was being a chicken whisperer. I held like 3 of them.
Did you?
I held one of the black ones too.
The big one?
Not the biggest one. Not the big fat one with the big comb and
Right.
juggles. The other one.
The other one's bigger than she is now. The one with the small comb. She's the biggest hen out there.
Really? She didn't seem that big.
She's so massive.
She's not very fluffy. Robbie says, whoop, there it is.
Don't let that happen. He can do that. Riddle Uso tonight. Jimmy crack corn. I don't care.
Jimmy crack corn. Nobody cares.
I don't care.
Sophie says Tony Khan should stop with the major announcements to listen to something truly important that affects AEW TV and pay-per-view. Vindicator says they called up Raquel Rodriguez Gonzalez. Time to use her. Who better than against Sasha or Naomi? Jonathan Martinez says Westel.
They're already baby-facing her out, though.
Westel Masonry or something.
Woo.
Jonathan? Interesting.
Oh.
Matthew says that Vinnie Mac pinned your skank ass Patrick McAfee.
Yeah, he did. Right in the center of the ring at WrestleMania.
After he lost.
Vince doesn't lose.
And then Vince got his ass beat by some other guy. Robbie says Raquel G, Miss Beanpole ain't gonna do shite on SmackDown. You know it.
Oh yeah, one of her first feuds is going to be Charlotte, and she's going to get beat.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see it coming. Charlotte's already in a feud though with Ronda, so it's kind of weird. And they only have so many women on SmackDown.
Pickle says TK is as bad as Gossip Girl and Housewives of blah blah. Who's TK? Tony Khan.
Tony
Oh, okay.
Khan, yeah.
I'm like, who? Jonathan Martinez is like, oh. Yeah, oh. Vindicator says, my baby Liv still rocking a Catwoman style look so wonderfully.
She sold her whip from WrestleMania for $10,000. People bid on it up to $10,000.
If you're going to whore yourself out, that's probably the best way.
Right now?
Oh. It's only
I thought
at
it went for
5,000.
10. I read 10, so.
Wow, maybe he
knows
doesn't
more
know
than
what's
me.
going on.
What?
I said maybe he doesn't know what's going on.
Well, he knows way more than I would.
Jonathan says IDK. I don't know either. I don't know Westall Masonry either. Matthew's like, I think Rhea and Liv are having relations. I love the way Rhea looks at Liv. It's kind of hot. Ew, Matthew, gross.
Whatever.
She's looking at Naomi that way too.
Her boyfriend doesn't care.
Liv's not with anybody because she's weird. So yeah, there you go.
She'll die alone with a cat.
With her farm animals. Sophie's like, ever since AEW has been around, Tony Khan has Dixie Carter himself a few times throughout this few years.
Yeah, it's always weird, some of his announcements, and his excitement ones, with the ladder. What's the Aces match? Is that what that one's called? Remember with the cards and they have the 4 decks? Yeah,
it's like Casino Royale or whatever it is.
That one, he kind of screwed that one up a few times. Leo Rush was one of them.
Yeah, that one.
He's always got a surprise entrant.
It's going to be so great. It's going to be amazing. Everybody's going to be so excited.
Well, I think one time it was, what's his name? Brian Cage, which was exciting. And then they took Brian Cage off of TV. It's like, what the fuck?
Matthew says
oh, shit.
Sophie says Vince doesn't make major announcements on WWE TV every week like Tony Khan does. Matthew says Rhea is so impressive. She is a dominant force and deserves to be champ.
Rhea puts the brakes on, takes Naomi's head and drives it down into the mat. It looked like very painful.
So he's like, did the kitten grow a little bit?
Yeah,
maybe.
He is. His little body harness is a little tighter.
Good.
And I didn't tighten it, so. Not around his neck. His neck still seems to be scrawny, but.
Yeah, his little body's gotten a little bigger. He seems to be a little bit bigger.
Slides down through.
We're going to change his little
decapitation.
Food.
That hurt her.
See if he likes the food a little bit better than his other food. Travis said he seemed to be very excited for his new food.
Very ravenous. Maybe it was just he woke up hungry.
Maybe. Robbie says, is it for real that Bayley is not coming back?
Ever? No.
I haven't seen anything
Bayley
about
will
that.
come back at some point.
Sophie says, didn't Miro have the same type of role he is in AEW when he was with the WWE? No.
I mean, I liked when Miro was there. I don't know what they did with him either, by the way. There's another star they're not using.
Well, they had to make room for all those other dipshits, so why would you utilize any of those other guys?
Can you imagine
makes sense.
using O'Reilly over freaking Miro?
Miro?
Like that right there.
That
blows
makes me
my mind.
angry.
Or the Fish.
Ugh.
The Fish guy.
Those two need to be gone away. Take Adam Cole with you.
I like that they're actually a tag team, and hopefully they stay as a tag team just forever. That's just what they are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind the Red Dragons as long as that's what they are, a tag team.
Jonathan Martinez says, I meant to say Wasselmanun.
WrestleMania.
Are you talking about WrestleMania? Weasel Meme Whim? Dude. Hooked on phonics. Matthew says, I hope we get to hope we get to see Ricochet tonight.
Oh, I hope you get to see Ricochet tonight also.
I love it. Robbie's like, Miro's match was bad. Actually, they weren't that bad. Most of them were pretty good.
Yeah, I liked him as television champion. I wish he would have stayed there. didn't like that they left. They took it off of him. Obviously, at some point, everybody's got to get it taken off of them. But
Jonathan
Sammy Guevara.
Martinez says yes. Oh, WrestleMania. WrestleMania, huh? What about WrestleMania, buddy?
Old WrestleMania.
Were you excited about WrestleMania? You excited for the next WrestleMania called Backlash? Sophie says the problem with Ring of Honor stars being on AEW TV is that they won't be on AEW TV every week until Ring of Honor gets some sort of TV deal.
Yeah, that would be cool if they got a TV deal. If they think there's enough fans that will watch Ring of Honor, put it on TV. I guess they don't have to put it on a major network, but it would be cool if... I would like to see ESPN pick up wrestling. They did it in the 80s with the AWA. Is that what it's called? The AWA?
Yeah.
And that would be fantastic. Because they even showed the reruns when I was in high school, and I think I was even in college, and they were still showing wrestling on there. The AWA stuff.
Yeah. Huh.
That's where Shawn Michaels started.
Is it?
You could see, yeah, you could watch Shawn Michaels in there in the 80s. It was way before he was there. Well, him and Marty Jannetty.
Huh. Oh, no. Oh, no.
The glow's head from the glow's body. All right, we are back from commercial break. Looks like Naomi's got some offense. Little scissor kick there from Booker T.
Matthew says, Jonathan, that's one hell of a typo. Jonathan's like, Matthew, oh. Pico says, I'm kind of confused about how the E puts their girls off TV for months. MIA to Asuka, Bailey, and Bliss. Well, Bliss just got married too and doing stuff and weirdness. So, Bailey did have that knee injury, and just because, and that doesn't mean she's doing better. By the way, shit can happen, right?
Yeah, and don't forget about the what's her name,
Shotzi Blackheart.
Shotzi, yeah.
We haven't seen
Shotzi, by the way, now.
Shotzi, we haven't seen for how long? Aaliyah's gone. We haven't seen her.
Oh, yeah.
Where the fuck did they go?
All my bitches are gone.
Like
them
what?
bitches bounced. I had a gang of
forgot
them. Now they
existed?
can't be found.
Ravi says Russell failure. Matthew says laugh at my fucking ass off. I'm sorry, Miss DL. Don't apologize. It's funny. Sometimes it's really funny to read them. I know what you guys mean, but sometimes it's more fun to read them wrong. Because it's funnier. Jonathan's like, nothing. Oh, so nothing about WrestleMania? Cool. Walter says, Banks and Naomi for the win. And Vindicator says, Mr. Kitty looks like a cute, flurry brooch or pendant all curled up there. I'll delete that cough, cough chest.
Right.
Yes, he does enjoy the bosom area.
He's on the chesticles.
It's a nice place. Plus, there's a heart right there. And I kind of think some of it's that. Just saying.
He's trying to cure it, heal it.
No.
They say that purr is to take disease out.
Oh, he's not purring. He doesn't purr when he sleeps. Robbie says, yeah, I'm so excited I can't sleep for Backlash. LOL. I figured as much, Robbie. I figured you were just going to be up for like weeks.
It is on a Sunday this year.
You're like, wow. Matthew's like, Sasha Banks looks
Riptide
like
off the
candy
top.
tonight.
No way. Okay, she got out of it.
Sophie says, it's weird that Ring of Honor is going to be part of AEW since some of that roster is also part of that other dead promotion, Impact.
It happens. 1, 2, and... Oh, Naomi kicks
she got
out.
out of it. Weird. Walter says, on Saturday, I'll be here for AEW and Monday for Raw. Still here until 9:10 p.m. my time. Walter, while you're still here, you need to answer my question about what Easter cake is. I have not forgotten. And if you don't tell me, I'm going to be mad. Tell me what Easter cake is. Philip says, happy
Naomi
Easter,
rolls
guys.
up,
P.S. Just one of the stop by and say, hey, I won't be staying for long because I got a busy day ahead of me. Well, it's nighttime, but unless you're talking about tomorrow is your busy day. Have a great weekend, Film. And we'll probably be here tomorrow night for an hour if you catch us then. If not, we'll see you on Monday. And happy Easter and be safe.
1,
Matthew says,
2.
Beautiful Northern Lights suplex with a bridge. Hell yeah, Rhea.
Here it is. Riptide. No. Naomi in trouble.
Sophie says Bailey will be back.
There it is.
They are waiting for
End
the right
it.
moment to bring her back.
Count to 100. 1, 2, and 3.
Finally. Jeez, took her long enough.
She's going right after Sasha.
Mm.
Sasha's like... Sasha's not scared of you, Rhea, by the way. Just so you know.
Like, oh,
She's
you
the
want
boss.
these? Nah, I don't care.
She's kind of a bitch.
Boom says, peace out, big hugs and big heart. Jonathan Martinez, message retracted. Robbie says, a little shit did happen. Oh, thank God I made it to the toilet. Are you sure?
Ew.
You didn't poop your pants in your excitement that Backlash and all this stuff happening? Matthew says, this match is actually good. Sophie says, I'm guessing the kitty is a big wrestling fan. Pickle says, do you guys remember the mixed match tournaments a few years back?
Loved them. Missed them.
No.
Yeah, well, you would drive home and I'd watch them. They were on Facebook.
Oh, well, I had no idea.
Miz and Asuka was a team. And they won the whole thing the first
Oh,
year.
I kind of remember you telling me about that.
Mixed match challenge. They just walk in, not knocking. Roman's got to secure his doors.
Matthew says Naomi with 3 Bubba Bomb. Sophie says the next WWE pay-per-view is going to be on Sunday, a week or two before the next AEW pay-per-view. Walter says Ricochet will win tonight. Who's he going up against? Madcap on a mission's up next.
He is going up against a guy named Jinder Mahal.
That's kind of terrifying. Pukol says, I was pulling for Finn Balor and Sasha Banks' team in that mixed match tournament, I guess.
Oh. Well, they did it 2 years in a row, so I can't remember who won it this second year. I know Bliss and Braun Strowman were a team. They were called, like, Team Little Big or something.
Oh, I kind of remember that.
But they got counted out.
Oh. Walter says, okay, Rhea Ripley won. Vindicator says, Naomi is stronger than I thought with how she really slams the bigger Ripley, but these trading victories on the shows is still kind of odd.
Yeah, I don't like it. And we knew that Asuka and Miz were going to win the whole thing because Asuka was in the middle of her winning streak that supposedly came up with NXT. I didn't like that because you don't bring your winning streak from a different league. Mm-hmm. Your winning streak's how long you won on Raw or SmackDown.
Right, yeah.
But she was like 100-0 or 30-0, whatever her record was.
Oh.
And so you knew she wasn't going to lose it on the mixed match challenge.
Right.
So it was kind of obvious that The Miz was going to win that one. And they did. Did you get your cake answered?
No, Walter's ignoring me because he's mean.
Walter doesn't like to tell his cake story.
I guess not. Walter hates me. Robbie's like, is it Easter already? And Sophie says, too bad the mixed match tournament wasn't a big thing. They mentioned it, then they dropped it after 2 seasons of it. Yeah, Robbie, it's Easter this weekend. It's exciting.
Maybe it has something
people.
to do with just Facebook, because Facebook is so bad.
Weird. Yeah, and now that it's like owned by some other company, it's like even more stupid.
I'm pretty
Matthew's
sure
like,
he still owns. I think he owns the Meta company too.
Oh, does he own Meta?
Right.
Matthew says, OMFG, someone needs to put the big dogs bitches on a leash. Enough of the Usos.
Put them on the leash.
Leashes. Sophie says the mixed match challenge should have been a WWE Network exclusive series, not that many people have Facebook watch.
Right, I would have to log into Facebook and then watch it because it was great. Was it like Wednesdays or something? I can't remember what day it was.
I don't remember.
I think it was Wednesdays.
Pigla says, I know, right? About your comment about Roman Reigns' security. He could be playing with his New Day figurines. Give Roman his privacy. Vindicator says Elon Musk wants no part of Twitter except for the revenue shares. LOL, Travis, would you ever buy a Tesla?
No, I have a buddy that owns one, and I don't think I would.
I know I wouldn't.
I like what Elon's trying to do and stuff, but it would destroy. It's destroying the planet. So I'm not a huge fan of it.
It's
not that I'm a giant environmentalist,
but it's way worse.
But to mine for that stuff, it's just destroying.
It's so much worse than just having a gas car. Like, for mining for those batteries ruins the planet more so than your car's emissions for its lifetime of 20 years.
Well, plus they got to get rid of those batteries at some point. So everything's new right now, right? And shiny.
Yeah.
Those batteries have to be disposed of or recycled or whatever they're going to do with them. And I think that's going to be where the environmental disaster comes in.
Oh, yeah. And then they'll blame it on something else, like cows.
No, they'll just start a war.
Blame it on cows. Like cows broke the environment or something. When it's really dumbass people who are like, I want a car that's electric.
But no, I'd love for Elon to open up Twitter so it was, more down the middle. And just make it an open platform for people to have free speech.
Right? Robbie says, Sunday, damn Sophie, you don't miss a trick.
Yeah, today's Good Friday.
Robbie says, yeah, Ripples won. Sophie says, imagine if Elon Musk brought YouTube. Who knows how that affects every YouTube channel. Walter says, Easter is Sunday. Get your Easter eggs out for kids. Yeah. I really want to know about an Easter cake, though, Walter. Johnny Autism Wrestling's in the chat.
Hey, Johnny.
Is the titles on the line tonight with RK Bro?
No. It's a one-on-one match.
Jimmy Uso and Riddle.
And Riddle.
Vindicator says, Deleted, did you finally run out of trivia questions after jigging out 2.5 years worth? No. I just forgot. It was Friday. Sorry. It's been a long week. Ravi says, I didn't know. You didn't know it was going to be Easter this weekend? You weirdo. Well, it makes sense. You probably don't even celebrate it. You're like, eh. Pickle's like, my Air Force buddy told me a fuck ton of reasons to buy stock in Tesla products.
The stock goes anywhere from around $700 to about $1,100 per share, just on any given day. It's a crazy stock to watch. I'm like,
Jamie Todd is in the chat. Hey, Jamie Todd. It says, before SmackDown went on the air, LA Knight got the main roster call-up and has launched his own group called Knight Model Management. His first client is Mace.
Oh, yeah?
Interesting, really.
Did that really happen?
Where'd this come from?
It's fantastic.
What's the source? I know you said it was before SmackDown started, but where's the information for it? Is it on Twitter, like a tweet or something from like LA Knight or somebody? Sophie says, I think there were talks of them bringing back the mixed match challenge. Piccolo says he's going to build robots and the apocalypse will commence, or maybe not.
I know he wants to do the brain extension thing so we can compete with robots when they come. I know that he's going that direction, but I don't know if that's with Tesla.
Ooh. Anchors. Robbie says, let their government worry about it. Johnny says, hey guys. Yes, hello, Johnny. Thanks for being with us. Walter says, I like marked down candy after Easter.
Yeah.
Still not talking about that Easter cake.
Walter, what is Easter cake? Are you going to type it in? Why does this feud exist? They're trying to turn Madcap into a good guy? A babyface? This feud makes no sense. This kind of reminds me of one of those feuds where they just put them back together with no storyline, kind of like with the Hurt Business. Remember that?
True. Right. Yeah.
And they just put Cedric and Benjamin back together.
Right. Yeah. Like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Hey, it's Gulak with a star on his jacket.
Sophie says, has there been a time where Easter took place on the same day as Mania?
I have no idea. Possibly.
Maybe. Matthew says, if there is all of this trapped carbon in the ground, then that means the Earth is actually carbon dioxide deprived. Also, it's becoming more widely accepted that the Earth makes oil. Yeah?
It's like a fuel, like a byproduct of the Earth. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know, Matthew. Is that what you're saying? Walter says, hey, Johnny, no tag titles on the line. Vindicator says, Travis, who do you enjoy watching more backstage, Megan Morant or Toasty Marshmallow?
Toasty.
Me too. Jamie Todd says, just search it all over the news with photos and videos before the show.
Good deal.
Robbie says, spoiler alert, finally The Rock is not coming back to WWE programming. Vindicator says, T-Bar should be rebranded, returned to Dominik, or released for Tony Khan to scoop.
Jeez. I don't know if they would like him. He's a little too big for their wrestlers.
Yeah, they are in that same category of tiny little boys. They like the little tiny boys. They like guys that look like they're 12. It's really gross. Sophie's like, LA Knight,
Los Lotharios.
The Los Lotharios kiss cam is what he wants his ass to be. Not surprising that he would want dudes kissing his ass. It's kind of disgusting, man. Sophie's like, LA Knight, I'm surprised they let him keep his name from NXT. Walter says John Cena will be back in WWE after Peacemaker. Matthew says, LL Ravi, yeah, Rock is busy with XFL stuff. Matthew's like, LOL, Easter cake, LOL. Sophie's like, Easter cake is a thing in England. And Ravi says, Easter cake comes in lots of flavors. And Piccolo says, I'm not going to chat vulgar on this Good Friday, but definitely everything tastes better at 75% off. Or when somebody else makes it, right? Like, isn't that how it goes? Like, so somebody makes dinner, right? And they make a plate for you. That plate of food tastes so much better than if you had to go make your own plate. I get told it all the time. Travis is like, why does it always taste better when you put the plate together? I don't know.
Like, it's the same nachos, right? It's the same ingredient.
Versus Humberto, huh? It's up next.
Humberto.
Walter finally answered the question. The Easter cake is a chocolate or vanilla cake shaped like an egg. Thank you, Walter. I really wanted to know if it was a special type of cake or if it was just a cake. It's just a cake. It's shaped like an egg. That's cool, though.
So you have to get a cake pan that's egg-shaped?
You can make it out of a square one. You don't have to. You can just make a rectangle and then cut it into an egg. Yeah.
Are you good enough?
I would not do it. I would just rather use the whole cake and just put frosting all over the cake and eat it.
And then paint eggs on it.
And then paint eggs on it. Put those chocolate Cadbury eggs all over it and be done with it. Put little coconut nests maybe. Like take coconut and like
could you
put it green food coloring in the coconut, right? And then take the cake and make it so it's like white or something, right? And then like the white frosting or something. And then like make the like you're gonna cut it like into squares. And then each square you put like a little coconut nest. And then you put those Cadbury eggs on it.
Like the ones you buy at the store? The big ones?
No, those
you're
little
talking about the little
candied
ones.
ones.
Could you put the big ones in a cake while you bake it?
You probably could.
That'd be kind of cool.
I would rather do it with brownies. But I don't really like the Cadbury eggs.
That's a sin, and that's your...
I don't like them. I don't like the inside stuff. It's kind of gross. To me, it's icky. I know a lot of people like them, but I just don't like it. Okay, here is a trivia question for you. Which WWE superstar competed in his first Money in the Bank ladder match at 57 years old?
Edge.
Yeah. Now he's 86, so it makes sense. Sophie says Drew Gulak is now an interviewer, not a wrestler. Sophie says John Cena is rumored to come back to the WWE later this year. Ravi says, LOL, there is trapped carbon in my lungs from the bad air over the years, but what are you going to do? You know, like that. You should just wear a mask all the time, Ravi, and then you won't have that problem.
Just constantly wear masks.
It'll get rid of all that carbon stuck in your lungs.
You just cough it out.
Walter's like, mini croissants are good on Easter. I bet they are. Matthew says, seriously, there have been papers about Earth making oil hydrocarbons through geological processes. Nonetheless, the NYC street car conspiracy over 100 years ago, we had electric vehicles. But the automobile industry was starting and petroleum was a hot product. So to say the government hasn't suppressed technology from the public for the benefit of the crony capitalists who own the politicians. Which is funny because electric vehicles are electric. They have to have electric and combustion in order to work.
Right, but they did have battery-powered cars.
I like it when all of your guys' electric cars start on fire and those batteries blow up. That's my favorite. Or they're self-driving and they drive themselves off cliffs or into walls or don't forget to stop. That's so fun. I love it. You guys are morons. Sophie's
you
like,
guys.
you know, they're going to show WrestleMania both nights on cable TV at some point this year. Letting a machine think for you is dumb.
Well, welcome to the future.
Walter says you can buy the cake at a grocery store. Yes, you probably can, Walter. I've never really looked for an Easter cake before.
Who are they going to kiss? Who are they going to
So
kiss?
I was wondering if maybe it was just something that happens in the South more often than where I'm from. Robbie says, I don't know, Dee. When I cook for myself, it normally tastes good. I'm not saying my food doesn't taste good. I'm just saying that it tastes better.
Oh, there's a girl
like
right
when
there.
somebody
Look at
else
this girl.
makes food.
I see her. I see her too, Alberto.
He's like, her? How about
Yeah.
her? She looks nice. She's like, oh, I will get a kiss.
Kiss cam.
Kiss Cam. She's like,
Can
yay.
you imagine waking up and just looking as good as those two dudes look? Never
Could
knowing
you?
what a filter looks like.
Waking up without a filter on your face. They just said it. Travis, stop mimicking the commentator people.
It happens.
She looks very excited about it.
And pretty.
She has dimples too. He really wants his ass kicked. I mean kissed.
Kiss it.
Kick it with your big fat boot right up it. So Ravi, you're telling me that if you go to your mom's house and your mom makes you food and she plates that food for you, that it doesn't taste
Whoa,
better?
Alberto attacks him right out of the gate.
Sophie says, so an Easter cake is a regular cake? That's what I'm guessing, Sophie.
Yeah, it seems like a normal cake, just shaped eggish.
Ravi says, what is so exciting about cake? Oh, come on, Ravi. Seriously, don't be that. Dylan Meekum is in the chat. Hey, Dylan. Is that a kitty? Yes.
That is.
This is a kitty. He's a kitty. He's a sleepy kitty. Walter says, yes, it is a regular cake decorated white and purple with roses. Oh, that's pretty.
Well, there you go.
Matthew says the
Way
automobile.
cooler.
I already read that one. Sophie says AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling confirmed a joint show in Chicago in June. Dylan Meekum says, anyhow, wanted to drop in to say, and still AEW champion, Hangman Adam Page.
Woo, woo.
Thanks for dropping in, Dylan, and telling us that.
I'll have to watch
Appreciate
it after the show.
The answer to the trivia question was Ric Flair, guys. Ric Flair. And right
Look at
now
that
we
Ric
have
Flair
Humberto and Madcap Moss in a match right now.
Oh, big kick by Humberto. Easter Sunday. There's going to be a car race.
I have a feeling they're going to make Humberto lose.
I could see it happening.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, what's his name shows up? Drew?
Robbie's
or
like,
not Drew. What's his
splutter,
name?
splutter. Happy Corbin?
Corbin, yeah.
Sophie says, I wonder when Christmas
Hey,
comes around this year if WWE going to do
Oh!
what they did last year by not having a show at all. Probably. They'll probably give their peeps time off. Walter's like, oh geez, kiss cam, lol. Robbie says, D with all the knowledge, fight the power like Public Enemy. Vindicator says, how hot do you rate that kiss cam girl, Travis? I would say 8 out of 10.
Yeah, she's up there. She's an 8.
That's
sure.
pretty fair, Vin. 8 is fair.
8 is very, very fair without seeing the rest of her body.
Matthew says, diesel electric submarines in the world wars, hybrid technology, a better way to bridge the gap with electric vehicles. Honestly, e-bikes make the most sense for urban environments.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of them. I like that that you can stop and charge them, like, and then just grab another one and keep going. They have like little stations.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only a few cities that would work in.
Oh my God, how terrible that people might have to exercise and pedal pedals. That's so weird.
The problem with those e-bikes is they take them up in the hills around here, and then they run into horses and stuff because they're going so fast. They go like 30 miles an hour in the mountains.
See, told you he'd lose.
Well, yeah, of course he's going to lose. Madcap's getting pushed. Humberto is beyond getting pushed.
Well, that's dumb. I don't like it. I was like, LOL, who's watching WrestleMania repeat? Pico says she's a piff. Sophie says kiss cam with wrestling hardly never works. That's why you don't see it all the time. Well, the kiss cam isn't with people in the audience. It's with wrestlers doing it to a person that was handpicked to be there.
Right. In
Walter's
other
like-
sports, they just do it around.
Yeah.
They just show
people.
couples out there.
Walter says, good luck. Who wins this match? I like the ones where they show it and the person already has a sign made because they had a feeling they'd be on it. And they're like, that's my sister.
Right.
Walter says, good luck. Who wins this match? It was Madcap. And Pico says, I'd like some cake, but I bought a silk pie for the weekend. I think it's a great investment.
Yes, silk. Is
A silk
that
pie
fake?
it's like a chocolate creamy pie. It's like a little bit different. Walter says, yes, got it. And Ravi says, yeah, it does taste good. Matthew says, I like me some Madcap. Sophie says, I wasn't paying attention to trivia. You should have a separate night for that. Vindicator says, Dalitha, do you think Mr. Kitty De La Whiskers would be scared of squirrels. I don't know. He sits in the front door now and watches them, I
There's
guess.
Charlotte. He went nose to nose with a chicken today. His chicken came inside, and he's like, I don't know you.
Why are you...
But
why
he's
did you
getting really used to giant dogs, so he's like, littler animals aren't bugging him.
He's like, to the chicken, why did you came? Why did you came?
Oh, Gulak just got a job opportunity.
Don't be nice.
Nervous.
Oh, nervous.
Gulak's trying to be a backstage interviewer. So that's his new job title.
People
AEW
says,
wants him already. He's small
stop
enough.
making time go fast and talk about winter. I know, right? Like, we haven't even had fucking spring yet. We're already in our third winter in Idaho. I'm done. Let's have some spring finally. Rob is like, Bob the kitty fell asleep. Sophie says for some reason they don't tape in London for SmackDown and Raw like they used to. Walter says, okay, good. Match win. Piccolo says, I'm perfectly happy it's April.
You guys, there is a double wedding on Raw this weekend. So just
on Monday.
Be excited for it. Weddings always turn out good in WWE.
Here's a trivia question for you. Everybody listen up. Hey, Sophie, this is for you and all the trivia. Are you getting that? Right now, we're going to talk about some trivia. Here's your question. Who turned on Shane McMahon at Hell in a Cell 2017? Who turned on Shane McMahon at Hell in a Cell 2017?
Who?
Rob is like, but D gets a 10. Cole, you chillin'. And Walter says Charlotte Flair. Matthew says, R-Truth on Raw this Monday. Woo! Sophie says, do you think we will see a Saudi Arabia episode of Raw or SmackDown in the future? Walter says,
no.
Drew Gulak and SmackDown. And Pico says, I got an easy trivia question. Exclamation point, question marks. Walter says, 2 weddings on Monday by R-Truth, LOL. Sophie's like, the double wedding, I could see that be the main event of hour 2.
It definitely could be.
It
could also start the show out. We do have a women's tag team championship match. Don't talk about your cat.
Don't talk about your cat. Where are you going for dinner? 1987? Because he's guy in a sweater around him.
Looking like
funny.
Zach. Old Zach Morris.
Pico says, which WWE Hall of Famer hosted the This Is Your Life segment for The Rock on Raw?
No idea. Dun, dun, dun. AutoZone.
So they do have a specific cake like what Sophie was talking about that's often eaten at Easter, but it's mostly something from British food. Simnel cake? Simnel cake?
It's like thumbnail, but thumbnail.
It's Simnel. Simnel cake. It's a type
Seminole,
of...
maybe?
No, there's no
Oh.
thing in between the M and the N. It's a simnel cake. It's a type of fruit cake that contains plenty of marzipan and is eaten at Easter, although it used to be specifically associated with Mothering Sunday. So there's such a thing as what they would consider a traditional Easter cake is that.
They're racing
but it's
on dirt.
British. Oh yeah, they do that sometimes. Have dirt track. Mm-hmm. They have one race they do on dirt track.
At Bristol. I've never heard of that. That's crazy. That reminds me of Lightning McQueen.
But Easter cakes are cakes or sweetbreads traditionally prepared and served during the Easter season. They're traditionally associated with Catholic, Greek Orthodox, and Russian Orthodox
WrestleMania
churches,
Backlash.
and also with some other Christian churches.
It's
Sweet
official.
Easter cake.
There it is. WrestleMania Backlash. RK Bro versus the Uso.
The unification's happening. Everybody hates everything. Hate it all. Hate it all. Sophie says they probably already have the match order for Raw this Monday already before Vince changes it like he always does. Matthew says everyone be getting married. Carmella and Grace has just had one.
Oh, Blister did.
And
Here comes True Gulak.
This double wedding coming up, and I swear there us at least one more. Because says, oh no, I'm confused. Too many answers coming in at once. Sophie says, there's your main event of Mania Backlash. And Luke says, hey Al. Hey Luke. As
Hello.
Matthew says, OMFG, just wrestle. Walter's like, hey Luke. Matthew says, hi Luke. Luke says, hey guys. Sophie says, well, Drew is being an interviewer now, not a wrestler. And remember, he was a free agent 2 years ago, but for one day before re-signing with the WWE. The answer to my trivia question was Sami Zayn. So if you guess Sami Zayn for my trivia question, there you go. Vindicator says, so Roman will be credited for the tag titles unification. Even people have been for it for a couple of years now. The absurdity of the Roman pandering and the Spawn spoon feeding of promo time. James Howell's in the chat. Hey, James says, how old is your kitty?
Like 9 weeks.
I think he's 10 weeks now.
There you go. She knows more than me. He'll be 10 weeks.
He'll be 10 weeks this Sunday.
Yep.
10 weeks this Sunday. Luke says, how are you, Dalitha and Trav?
Great.
Doing okay.
Doing okay. She's like, I'm just living.
Right now I am. I'm starting to get tired. Matthew says, Flair looks like a cookie. A black and white cookie. A black and white cookie from Seinfeld. Vindicator says, hi Luke, bye Luke and everyone, 25-minute break. Walter's like, oh, loss. And Matthew's like, ka-chow. And Robbie says,
Ka-chow.
WrestleMania Backlash where WWE makes you pay to watch rinse and repeated matches.
Why would Gulak take so long to let her into the ring?
Because he's dumb. He didn't realize he was supposed to do that. Sophie says, so I'm guessing Roman is taking WrestleMania Backlash off since they don't have that much time to build something for him for that pay-per-view.
Right. Well, yeah, probably. He is going to be wrestling throughout London. He's going to be wrestling Drew, so I don't know if that'll happen at Backlash or if they'll put that off to the next pay-per-view. The Drew feud.
Vehicle's like, yep, answer is to my question is Mankind, a.k.a. Mick Foley. There you go. Somebody guessed it. Vindicator, I think, guessed that one. It looks like cheer up, Dalitha. You wonderful emo person, you. Yeah, emo. Sophie says, so far there are only 2 Mania rematches for Mania Backlash. Cody versus Seth and Ronda versus Charlotte.
Yeah, there'll be more.
Are you concerned about Ronda's submission game? Are you concerned? Are you concerned about your extended warranty?
She's trying to protect Ronda.
Whine, moan, cry.
It's a big mistake. Charlotte gonna hurt her. Imagine the humiliation.
I don't think I can imagine it. It's just too hard to imagine.
What are they gonna do with Charlotte after? Is she gonna get married too?
Maybe. Look, we could do this one. Look, it has buffalo check of red and blue.
Nothing wrong with that. You tapped out. Look at her. Her boob did come out. You can see those pictures online.
You tapped out.
You tapped out. She's like, I was fixing my bra.
Well, they're men, so no, they wouldn't. They have no idea what it means to fix a bra. I don't know how.
Don't
to fix my
impose.
bra.
Gulak may need to lose his job.
Can we kill him?
I mean, he's out there with a there, see? Fake news.
I am the champion, and I didn't tap out.
Oh, Lord. This is going to be mean.
Why are they so volatile? What's happening? Why are they so angry?
He quit being a competitor because nobody wants to watch him wrestling.
That's funny. I know all of you are used to quitting. Ooh.
Quitters.
Burn.
Championships.
Winning. Robbie says these guys in the chat love to diss Charlotte, but in real life they wouldn't kick her out of bed. Fam, trust me, dog.
No.
Sophie's like, we have seen Rated RK Bro versus the Usos at Survivor Series last November. And Luke says, I would kick Charlotte out of bed with a quickness, period. Robbie says, oh, only you, Luke. Sophie says, Bianca versus Sonya is the only match that we haven't seen yet. Luke says, Charlotte seriously reminds me of Skeletor, but with hair and a fancy robe. Matthew says, it seems like WWE aren't building up Backlash. Robbie says, Luke, you just proved my point. Matthew says, Flair is emasculating Drew, and Pico's like, haha, Steve Austin. Because they're what?
Oh, from behind! She took out his knee.
Sophie says, thank God this is a 2-hour show since we are already in the second hour of the show. And Luke says, Robbie, I can't stand Charlotte, and to me, she is a 5 out of 10.
There it is.
Luna's
the figure 8.
Luna's,
Gulak's tapping.
He's a quitter, too. Look at
well,
what
of course,
a quitter.
we know he's a quitter.
And she's
smacking the shit out of him.
Luna's in the chat. Hey, Luna's like, quit your relationship. Got me. Pico's like, so what if I quit on tired-ass blondes?
I quit. I quit. He's screaming. Oh, I can't wait for all the haters to talk about this match on Twitter. The AEW marks.
Right.
It's actually going to be hilarious.
Why are they so mean?
Sophie, tell us all about it on Monday. Maybe even tomorrow, if we come on.
That's funny.
He like grabbed her boob, and he didn't mean to, and you could just tell his face. He was like, oh, shit. Well, because he was trying to grab for his leg, and he just grabbed her tit. And he's like, shit. She played it off like a professional. So did he. So it was funny, though. But you could just tell his face. He was like, oh, shit. That was all titty.
Funny. That was a boob. Boobies. Boobies.
Well, that's what happens when you get in there with a dude.
That they touch the boobs?
Well, nothing you can do about it.
Oh, wow.
He's supposed to be like going, in pain.
Right.
And he couldn't. Your whole future's planned out, buddy.
Oh, those are cute. Sorry.
Did you put them in the cart?
I did. Those ones I definitely did.
That was last Friday, and he got Drew.
The next person that walks through that door.
Oh. Sammy left. He just left.
One.
Like, he just fucking
He's
left
like,
the
I'm
chat.
done.
He's done.
He's like, I can't handle this crap no more. He's like, I'm tired of being abused. I'm done.
It was activism.
It was activism. Activism.
Solidarity.
Solidarity.
For the working class. Oh, yeah. Buy it up. $1 million later. In cat merch. Might as well. What day is it? Oh, that's this one.
They have the first ones or those? Which ones? The first one? The
You
black
have to
and
go
the...
back to that one. Because that one's pretty cool. The purple would look good on his skin.
The other one's just like gray.
Yeah. Are they the same design?
Uh,
I kind of like the purple just because of his color. But I do like the first one's better for me, but his color, I think the
Kind
purple
of.
is better.
like, not really.
I think those are a little goofier. Yeah, see, I like those ones better, and that orange would look really good. But that purple one looks really
So
cool.
I'll do pattern 1, since you couldn't tell me. Bathrooms. You should go, or try if you can't go. Oh, let's see. That. Walter.
No, we don't need a coat wrangler.
Gothflesh is in the chat and says, "Oh look, Cruella returns." And Walter says, "Poor Gulak. Ouch." By Flair. Robbie says, "Haha, Luke, you cracked me up." Matthew says, "Oh look, okay, oh okay, I wasn't seeing things." Drew sexually assaulted Flair. Walter's like, "Okay, bye guys, see you Saturday for AEW." All right, Walter, have a good night. Luke says, "All wrestling has been blessed since WrestleMania weekend, so instead of watching, I've been building my own universe of WWE 2K22. Russell McIntyre in the chat with swords, and Ravi says, "Great, Luke, you're going to be headhunted by Michael Cole soon, LOL. Luke says, "I haven't made Trav and Dalitha as characters, and I'm not kidding when I say this, but I let the universe autoplay for 2 in-game months, and when I take back over Dalitha, Rhea, Liv, and Sonya have formed a heel group, and Dalitha has the SmackDown Women's title."
She's definitely a heel.
Yeah, definitely a hill. Pickle's like, "Take care, Walterino." Yeah, Walter. You take care, Walter. We'll see you tomorrow.
Walter. I think tomorrow at 6, we will be on for an hour for Battle of the Belts for AEW.
Battle of the Belts.
It's going to be a crappy day on this coast.
Eh.
It's supposed to rain all day.
Tomorrow?
Uh-huh.
How exciting.
When did you want to make this butterfly hut? Do you have any ideas what it looks like?
I have it, so I'll have to get it out of the vehicle. I forgot to grab it.
So
And then I have ideas of what I want to do with it.
I thought about getting like a copper pipe, because you can buy copper piping.
Okay.
And then mounting it to it, so it's off the ground, and then you can put it wherever you wanted. But anyways, while you're at work, you can put it on like a piece of wood so it stays upright.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Something that you'd have to like put it on something. Sorry, buddy, but you keep falling down. So there's those for Valentine's, or those.
Probably the first one.
Luke says, oh, I already read that one.
Are they
Tiger's in the chat says, "Hi, hey Tiger, how's it going?" Luke says, "And Liv and Rhea has the tag titles," which is hilarious because I split them up, but they decided I was not correct and got back together.
Those ones.
These ones?
Yeah.
Tiger says, "Who all won tonight?" Who won tonight?
We had Madcap win and Rhea Ripley. That's it. That's the only 2 matches we've had so far. Not a lot going on. I really enjoyed WrestleMania a lot more than I thought I was going to when I saw it on paper.
The first night was really, really good. The second night wasn't too bad.
To me, it just had one bad match. That's it. Like, I like the rest of it. Yeah, it had 10 more million hours of watch time on YouTube or social media.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, they smoked the Super Bowl, but I don't know why you would judge it towards the Super Bowl. Who's going to watch the Super Bowl again?
Nobody. I don't understand why they would do that. Oh my God, they have Thanksgiving.
Oh, there's Walter. Or Gunter. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Did they have any Columbus Day stuff?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what it would be, like a boat, but that'd be cool.
Pickle says, where is AEW having the show tomorrow? I don't know.
I have no idea. I think it's in the same place that they're having the show tonight. So wherever that was, because I think that was live.
Right?
The show tonight.
Piccolo says, don't tell me Travis joined the Bloodline, Luke. And Luke says, I am also doing my GM mode with nothing but only women and added more women's titles. It's so fun to see what feuds I get from that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Tiger says, what would you rate WrestleMania 38 overall?
I liked it. The overall is an 8.5 to me. Just because night 1 was a 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best WrestleMania I've seen in 7-8 years.
Robbie says, all right, Cole, stop getting a boner from beating the Super Bowl. Sophie says, Luke, with my GM, there is no tag or mid-card championships. Matthew says the Third Reich is strong with that one. Luke says, no, Trav is tagging with Ricochet and are trying to get the titles from the Usos.
Old Ricochet.
Robbie says, Sammy ready to cook Drew. Sophie says Kevin Owens, in a way, is doing what Sami Zayn is doing by being a conspiracy theorist. And Luke says, Sophie, on PC, you can add created titles to my GM. And Pupil's like, nice.
Created titles
Alexa, stop.
Nobody
Go take that out of your shopping list.
cares. What? They added something to my shopping list?
Creative titles.
What is that?
I don't know. Go to your shopping list.
Created titles. You added apple cider vinegar more
sure
than a
didn't.
month ago. To your shopping list. Fucking hate that bitch. And AI is supposed to be smart. Fucking bitch is dumb as shit.
She can hear you.
And she doesn't learn with
She's
her
going to
crap.
turn my lamp on at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Vindicator's like, I'm back in time to watch Talitha's favorite wrestler in an upside-down universe, Drew Gulak. I mean McIntyre.
Drew Mac versus Sami Zayn again. Oh, Sammy's off. Like a prom dress.
Sorry,
Drew's chasing him, though.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Old Drew Mac.
I need to have very terrible posture with you.
Round the shoulders.
Right? Sophie says, good for Mania beating the Super Bowl with those numbers.
Yeah, they crushed the Super Bowl. But is the Super Bowl the thing you're trying to go up against? Wouldn't it be like the World Cup or something?
Oh, geez. Oh, ouch. So did Sammy want another rematch, or was that Drew?
I'm sure Drew wanted it.
Pat McAfee's like, oh, I guess I need to get out of the way.
All right, Sammy getting brought back in the ring by his hair, not the hair by his ring.
The hair, your ring by your hair.
Oh, Sammy got the offense. That's what we want to see. Get him, Sammy. You can win this. Picks him up. Drives him into the corner. Sammy's hurt. It's his lower back. Belly to belly.
Oh, God.
Release suplex.
He's like, no.
I know the Canadian people are great champions.
They're great champions. Looks as in my MGM mode, Liv actually went heel, joined with Bailey, and beat Charlotte for the title. Matthew says, OMFG, Pat McAfee is such a douche.
Oh!
Oh, Jesus. Sophie says, I wonder who
Glasgow Kiss.
Gunter's first feud will be with, as there's many possibilities on the SmackDown roster.
Is there a lot of faces on SmackDown?
I think it should be with Drew McIntyre
Ricochet,
right now.
maybe, but that's a title. We don't want him to have a title already.
Yeah, Pico says McAfee is the only reason I check out this show. So it was like Pat McAfee was rumored to have an NFL tag team partner for Mania. Luke says McAfee is awesome, LOL. And Vinegar
he's
says,
great.
Talitha, will you still let Mr. Whiskers sleep on your boobs when he becomes a fully grown adult and more mature than me and Robbie combined?
Yes.
Probably. If he wants to, I don't know. Sometimes they change their habits.
He's sound asleep.
Sammy
Sammy has head for the hills again.
a puppy I got like years and years and years ago, like 17 years
It's
ago.
over.
or-
Ring the bell. Drew
That's-
Mack wins. He's 2-0 against
Again.
Sami Zayn.
Oh, he's coming after him this time. Sammy's like, I better run for my life.
Well, it's over now. Why is Drew still trying to fight him?
I don't know.
He didn't like the decision?
Guess not.
Drew's in the crowd, looking like the Shield back in the day. He's not going to high-five you guys. He's supposed to be tough.
He's a nice guy.
People
Is
that...
he supposed to be friendly?
Oh, he did high-five that person. And then hit that guy in the leg. That was pretty nice. The guy was like this, and he went. There's
Toasty marshmallow.
Not a song. Still on the run. There's Ricochet. Oh, Ricochet.
Fuffly, the feather title.
Fuck it out.
Fuffly. Look at Jinder. He's mean. Is he, though? I see tree trunks of men. Tree trunks. I was like, oh, yeah, Luke stopped your laptop getting viruses, LOL. Sophie says if they do end the brand split, it opens the door for Gunter and Roman to feud with everybody.
Yeah. I that's the problem. They have two top heels. I mean, if they're going to push Gunther. But if they're not going to push him, I guess it doesn't matter who he wrestles. But if he's going to get a big push, he's got to be a top heel on the brand.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Matthew's like, Luke, we all have our flaws. I forgive you. Because he thinks McAfee's awesome. So he's like, I saw on Twitter for the first time in AEW existence that someone won by countout.
Woo.
Robbie says, Matthew, no need to forgive Luke, LOL. Russell McIntyre's in the chat with an angry face. And Sophie says, they're hyping the USFL as a big thing. That's why I thought it was a brand new thing. Robbie says, Vin, who wants to be mature like cheese? And Matthew says, Jinder my balls. And Vindicator's like, old smelly cheese, Robbie, the kind that Ayla loves to use in her cooking, LOL. You guys are mean. You guys are just mean tonight.
When
Why
we
you guys
come
so
back from
mean?
commercial, Jinder's probably going to be out there, and I'm going to miss his entrance song, and I'm not going to be happy as a human being.
Again, you're going to miss his entrance song. Because
He's
that's how
having
it
a
is.
dream.
I know.
His eyes are twitching.
His body's all twitching, too. He's dreaming
Maybe
about
he's chasing his mouse.
He's chasing something.
When are you going to start playing your game on here?
I don't know. I have to probably do some scheduling of it, I suppose.
Right. Let me know when, so I can get everything set up. It's not that hard to set up.
Does yours your heart beating? It's all over the place.
K Jewelries.
K jewelry. What? Those people. A kiss begins with K.
Every kiss begins with K.
All the kisses begin with K.
K's a slut.
Slut bags begin with K.
Nobody really likes her because she's so slutty, but everybody's always hanging around with her.
Why on earth would people think that they were slutty?
I think her name's Lucy, but they all call her Luce.
Oh my god, how rude. What you looking at? What is that?
What the hell does that do?
I don't know. What the hell is it?
It's for this, but
What is that?
it's got. Do you just stab yourself with them?
Maybe? I guess. I have no idea.
I need to get some more of these
Yes.
because I love this thing. It works fantastic. Look, it's still got the plastic on it.
Just have to find the little pad things again for it.
Yeah, and you can get a crap ton of them.
JVD is in the chat. Hey, JVD says,
JVD.
"What's up, everyone?"
Ah,
Nothing,
just watching some
talking
Smackdown.
about, stinky cheese and Smackdown. About the same thing. Robbie says, LOL, Vin with her eggplant and dat, LOL. Sophie says, there are mixed feelings about the WWE probably ending the brand split since it seems like where they are going with them unifying these championships. Matthew's giving cheers, and Sophie says, let's go, Ricochet.
Oh, Ricochet.
Robbie says, Jinder wouldn't make it in ROH. Matthew says, if you say her name 3 times, she will be summoned. Don't open the gates of hell. Sophie says, Money in the Bank will be interesting this year with Roman holding both world championships. Robbie says, who cares about the brand split or not?
I don't care.
I don't care.
But I think it's best to have one channel. I mean, I like that they have different shows, but to have one brand would make more sense to me.
Yeah.
That's me, personally. I don't like the idea of having 2 champions. It waters the championship down. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. When Ric Flair was winning championships, he was the only champion.
Right.
You know, and he won it 16 times. John Cena, it's watered down. It doesn't count for his 16 championship. The whole time he was champion, somebody else was champion.
Right.
So if there was only one title, would he have still had 16? Or do you think they might have put it on Randy Orton? Or do you think they might have put it on Triple H? Or Shawn Michaels? Or Undertaker? Somebody else in that time. Sure, Edge won it a few times, right? Like, would they have put those titles, or would it just been John Cena every single time? He'd have been the only champion. I don't think so. So he would have ended up with, what, 8, 9 titles? If they had to split them between all those guys.
Right.
Randy Orton's got, what, 13, 14 championships? Right?
Yeah.
Triple H has 12 or 13.
Right.
And John Cena has 16. All in the same era.
Right.
That's what I'm getting at. So those numbers are watered down because there's too many champions. Say it all the time.
All the time.
Say it one more time.
One more time.
Watered down.
Watered down, bitches.
And just like we've had lately, we've had 2 champions. So would Brock have been champion all those times? Or would they have put the title on somebody else some of those times? Brock's got a bunch of championships too.
Huh.
I think he would have been the lone champion.
Shit.
But
You're seriously running from Drew again? It's unacceptable. Oh!
Cage. Still Cage. Lumberjack match. Not about me.
Sophie said Money in the Bank will be interesting this year with Roman holding both world championships. Robbie says, who cares about the brand split or not? Sophie says, Cody versus Roman, they got to do that at some point. Robbie says, Vin, would you eat Ayla's cooking? And Robbie's like, JVD rolling tonight. Piccolo says it would have gone great, Kali.
Greatest entrance music ever, maybe.
Piccolo says, I see you, JVD. What's happening, Big Daddy? Sophie says this brand split was doing good when it got brought back 6 years ago. Then all of a sudden, a few years ago, this brand split feels like it did when they ended it the last time they did the brand split. Sunil Mahal is in the chat. Hey, Sunil.
Hey, Sunil.
Giving devil faces. And Vindicator says, yes, Robbie, but only for $100,000 and herbal tea to rinse off my palate afterwards. LOL. Sophie says, April 15th, why I'm surprised nobody got released. And Piccolo says, you make a good point, Travis. And JVD says, Piccolo, how you do?
Whoa, there it is. Look at the power of
How
Jinder.
do you
That's
know
what
my
a champion
farmer's only name?
looks like.
How do you, Big Daddy? Rob is like, Jinder with the same moves from 10 years ago. Well, it's not like they were broken. Why is that a bad thing? Is that bad?
I just wish Jinder Mahal was pushed.
Right? Because
he's built like a champion.
right.
Like, he should be up there with McIntyre.
Well, I thought a while ago he got hurt though, kind
did.
of. So
Tore his
that's why
knee
he
up.
kind of was all not around for a while.
Ooh. He had to get knee surgery, and then he came back from knee surgery to get another knee surgery to clean up some of the scar tissue. And then he was out for a few more weeks after that. But I still feel like he should be a top heel with championships.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, he should, because...
That's what a champion looks like, right there. You can see it.
He's a champion. He's a champion. He's a champion.
Or Ricochet. He's all sorts of getting beat up. Getting manhandled.
Robbie says gender that. LOL, Vin, that's heaven going. Sophie says July 30th. It's good that they are going to have ticket sales next week.
Woo! I seen that for SummerSlam. I signed up for tickets for Money in the Bank.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I got an email and I was like, oh. So I signed up for some. It's just down the road. Is it like 7 hours or something?
To
Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Rolls him up. Rolls him through. Get him.
Ah.
Oh, Jinder was cheating a little bit there. I'm okay with that. Oh. The recoil. Botch by Ricochet.
Sophie says, with SummerSlam taking place at the end of July, it makes sense now after they announced the UK pay-per-view. Vindicator says, disappointed to hear that Travis has that Vince McMahon mindset and only wanting buff guys to be champions. But I'm still a fan of you, Travis.
Whoa!
I'm still a fan. Mainly because Mr. Kitty is so cute. Yes, as he
is a
sharpens his claws on my furniture.
He's a climber.
Huh. Oh, gotcha. Now you're done for.
I do have a little bit of the Vince McMahon mindset because I was an 80s kid.
Sophie says, don't worry, Idaho will get some wrestling one day. Robbie's like, this match was predictable. And Pico's like, not a smart move, shaky.
Whoa. But trust me, it's better if they have it. There it is. Ricochet wins. If they have it in Salt Lake, in Utah, because that's actually closer than the Boise.
That, and it's way bigger. I mean, it's bigger. It would make more sense to have it there.
They have it in Boise. I like the house shows.
Oh, yeah.
But they did have live shows in my day when I was in my early 20s last year.
Yeah. They had some house shows up there?
Yeah, they had house shows there last year.
Huh. In Boise?
Uh-huh.
Huh. That's cool. So Travis was probably the only one happy when Jinder Mahal won the World Championship a few years ago.
Oh, I loved it. I was like, finally. And that was when wrestling was good because they had like JBL also on the commentary.
Oh.
Once JBL left, the commentaries kind of went downhill. I do like what McAfee is doing.
Right.
And I do like what's his name? Corey Graves. I don't hate Corey, but he's not mean enough, and I think that's what JBL was, just mean. I liked him. A true heel.
Right. Matthew says 30 minutes left, so that means Boring Reigns will make his way to the ring.
I don't know if you think he'll come out for that singles match with Jimmy?
Nah. Why would he come out for that?
Are we going to have a match here with any of these guys? Butch is already losing on the main roster, as he should. He was wrestling I don't know about a better wrestler, but a more experienced wrestler on the main roster.
Robbie says Matthew Roman takes forever, and only to say the same lines every week. Right?
We have a bigger fight for who gets the remote control back in the house.
So he says, it would have made more sense if they gave United Kingdom SummerSlam to celebrate the 30th anniversary of SummerSlam in the United Kingdom. Matthew says, hello, Sheamus and his goons seriously remind me of chimney sweepers. JVD says, Rowan probably not even there. Oh, no, he there. We saw the Usos go in his little room in the back and talk to him. Roberto Lozano's in the chat saying, happy SmackDown Friday.
Butchie's just angry.
He's very angry. New Day.
He got his mic time.
New Day.
This poor broad. Look at her face. She's got the Disney face. Look at her face. See the white around her eyes?
Uh-huh.
I call that the Disney face. That's what they used to do in Disney movies for the dames. Butch ran off.
Where did he go?
Like a little leprechaun.
Oh, no. He's
We've
going to go
lost
attack
Butch.
somebody. They better go find him before he hurts somebody. No. Matthew's like, Robbie, boring Reigns is annoying. And Sophie says, did you watch Seinfeld? Robbie says, SmackDown, LOL, needs to up its quality. JVD says, Scrappy do, LOL. And Pico says, my friend had taken a look at SummerSlam seat prices in Nashville. About $500 a pop for some mediocre seats.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Sophie says, the woman that played the mother of one of the characters died today. Oh, that's sad. One of the characters in Seinfeld.
Well, you know, the people that were on Seinfeld are old.
Yeah.
They're like in their 60s.
Like, or, yeah, they'd
Well,
have
I'm
to
talking
be
about
at
the main
least.
characters. Like George and Jerry and whatever her name was. Bernadette.
Elaine.
Thought it was a B word.
Bitch. Bastard. Bulbous.
Butch.
Butch.
It's a butch. Elaine, that was it.
Elaine.
It got nice this afternoon. Like, it was crappy all day. I decided to mow, and the sun was out. It was all shining. It felt good out there.
It's good.
It snowed yesterday. There was
Pretty
snow
sure
on the ground.
that thing is even bigger on you than it was when we first brought you home. Rawr, gotcha. Rawr. Rawr, gotcha. Rawr.
Call PETA.
Rawr. Ah. Rawr. Oh no. Ow! You biter. It's a wachabi. I didn't know the wachabi were biters. Little stinker.
Just stand there, throw me a spear.
It's in the bone.
All right, we've obviously got a commercial break. So
yeah,
we
sorry
are
guys.
playing with our
Commercial
pussy.
break. Sophie says, does it cost more to go to a concert or an event than it was before the pandemic?
Yes. I'm going to say yes. Because everybody wants to go do stuff now. And so everything's just more, there's more people everywhere. There's more things going on.
Costs more for the gas to get there.
Right. And if you put in the gas price increase, everything's way more expensive. And don't forget about inflation. Print money.
Right.
Just you watch.
Their little whiskers came out. It's weird.
Leave his whiskers alone.
He wasn't doing anything.
He has
to
such
it.
a good time playing with the dogs now. So excited for him. That he's just accepted them as family.
Right.
Don't make him cross-eyed. Sometimes when he looks at you, it's like, looking like Shawn Michaels. That's his new name, Shawn Michaels. He's the Heartbreak Kid. Oh, you're like, I've disowned him. If that's his name, I don't like you anymore. That's a hated. Did your neck get smaller?
That's what I said.
You got smaller, Brittany.
I swear.
Where are you going?
He's like,
Parkour!
over here. Parkour!
Parkour!
Jimmy says, is that a kitten? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a kitten. Sophie says, I wonder how many people forgot that Rampage was on earlier tonight instead of the usual time.
No, it's a normal-sized cat. We're just giant people. A
Um,
lot of people don't realize that because of the curtain behind us.
we
This
did,
isn't-
Sophie. We forgot. Sophie's like, I'm surprised it costs more to go somewhere. I thought with the pandemic, everything would be a little cheaper to go to. And Robbie says, life is expensive. What can we do? The Nikki says, no worries,
Accept it.
JVD. No animals were harmed during the making of this chat stream. Matthew says, Limp Bizkit tickets are $80 for general admission.
I wouldn't go to a Limp Bizkit concert if somebody paid me to go
Paid
to
you the $80 plus your gas and fare to get
If
there.
they came and picked me up in a limo, I probably still would not go, look at that! Butch going nuts!
Oh my God, he attacked the New Day all by himself. He's like, I'll kill you. What you doing over there, little dude? Oh, shit.
Butch is going ham.
Matthew said that. Chris Akane's in the chat. Hey, Chris says, hey, Travis and D. Hey, man, what's up? Robbie says, other pets are available, such as dogs, goldfish, etc. Vindicator says, but Travis is not as good at cuddling as Miss Dalitha.
No, I manhandle it a little bit more. But he does cuddle with me all day. Hey, buddy.
Rafi says, Sheamus, he's ready to unleash. Sophie says, 20 years ago, the arrival of John Cena to the WWE. Ew, that guy.
I remember him. Ruthless aggression.
John Cena. He sounds like a twat.
Dun 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 dun.
That even sounds more twatish. Inspirational life story.
Oh, no. More Lacey's.
Inspirational
right.
story.
They're destroying Lacey Evans. This crap. Oh, she looks fantastic.
You done? You done? You done?
They're trying to like turn her into this giant victim. With an iron fist.
Right.
What does he think of Vince?
Hey, what are you doing over there? You stop that. You little stinker. You little stinker. Go find something to do. Go get some food.
Hey, kitty.
Go get some water.
What's your name? Some good shit.
There, there, there. Ah, there's your cross
she's
eyes.
crying.
There they are. I see them.
He would throw food at him, and broken glass would hit them and be on the floor. She's crying.
Wanted. Ah! You better run, you little monster. I gotcha. Aha! Parkour. Death.
You're not a fan of Vince.
He's like, whoa. This is stupid.
When did we get another one of these?
He's like, I'll smell it from behind. Oh no, it's facing me. I kill your face. I got you. Ha ha.
He doesn't like Mr. McMahon.
He's like, I don't even know what to do with that. What do I even do with that?
She's very womanly shaped.
Yes. Matthew says, what the fuck is Lacey doing? Sophie's like, the New Day needs a third partner in this feud with Sheamus gang.
Well, I think they had
You're
one when they
climbing
first
up,
started it, but he happened to
Stop,
break
you
his
little
neck.
freak. Hey, freakoid.
Maybe they'll tag up with Lacey. There.
Vindicator's like, enough Lacey videos.
There.
Bring her back and beat up the Spawn already.
You guys ever notice that anybody that's new or back? Natalya. She's the entry gal.
Misfit toys.
I think you can see part of her areola on her left boob. See it?
A little bit. Might just be a weird discoloration or a shadow.
Yeah, it's called an areola. Whose shirt's that?
I don't know, but I think Shayna wants to know. Maybe it's Natalya's.
Oh, it's Gonzalez. Or Rodriguez.
What
What the fuck
are
does
you
she have
doing?
on? Like scotch tape over her titties? Yeah, I'm sure you've never seen each other before.
In NXT. Wackos.
Oh, that was mean. So her first feud's going to be against Shayna or Natalya.
Or both. Could be both, I guess. Let's see. Sophie says
Raquel going to be a playa. Playa.
Here's your Riddle Jimmy Uso match. Sophie says Kitty loves Dee more than Travis. Matthew says, did her daddy touch her? Robbie says, we know, Lacey, that you had it hard, but you don't need to keep spewing this crap stuff. Sophie says, why couldn't they give us this Lacey character the first time around? Vinegar says Lacey cleavage is a little bigger, huh, Travis? Maybe it's the camera angles.
I think
maybe it's because they're full of milk for babies.
Well, I don't know about that, but it could be because of the outfits that she's wearing. When she was a Southern Belle, she wasn't putting her boobs out in your face with a clear, what are those called? Unitards?
A sheer unitard. Robbie says, remember, folks, the cat is just a prop for the stream, only rented. Matthew says, someone put a cock in her mouth. And Sophie says, oh, great, another Lacey Charlotte feud, which actually makes sense since she was in a feud with Char before she was off TV, WWE TV. Hey, you get out of there. Rawr.
All right.
Stinker bum.
Riddle win this. I guess it really just depends on if Roman comes down.
I don't think he would, though. Why would he come down for this? It would make no sense. Maybe if they win and then he comes down, that might make sense, but it's just weird. Matthew's like Natty Delight, and Robbie's like the beanpole, LOL. And then Sophie says, we don't know if Big E is going to come back to wrestle or not.
Nope, nobody does, but we'll find out in the next 2 years.
Yeah. Sophia says Natalya is on both SmackDown and NXT now. And JVD says this SmackDown episode sucks, not gonna lie. It's a little bleh. It's got the bleh.
It's all right. We got 18, well, not even 18 minutes, 16 minutes left.
Robbie says, Matthew, you would, and all LOL. Matthew's like, yeah, JVD, no build-up for Backlash. And Pico's like, yeah, Rampage was a whole lot better. And Sophie's like, I'm guessing Roman got the week off.
I don't know if he's in that room or not, but possibly. Commercials.
So y'all got Easter plans out there? Anybody planning on having a Easter dinner with family or anything like that? Matthew probably isn't. What do you plan on doing for yourself, Matthew? Pico got himself a silk pie. You're not doing anything with your mom, Piccola? Let's see. Matthew says, LOL. Robbie. JVD says, Piccola, that Adam Cole and Adam Page match was awesome. Ah, terrifying.
Oh my gosh.
I heard you from a mile away.
Wolverine.
Rawr. What do I do? Ah. JVD is like, no plans for Easter. Yeah? You're not going to get yourself a small ham and make yourself some food or have dinner for yourself? Only. Sophie says, are you off the day after Easter? Most places are. Nope. No off. Get out of there, you little stinker. Go on there.
Boop, boop.
Gotcha.
And with these commercial breaks, we're going to have even less and less time for this match. And we could literally have a 5-minute entrance if Roman comes out.
Right? Jesus. It's bad enough I got to see underwear shaving.
They call it panty line.
Robbie says, nah, just chilling, watching some footy, more chilling. Sophie says, I don't have any plans for Easter. No plans, huh? Nobody's got the plans. The only person I think had plans was Walter. He talked about cake and everything. So he's like, me and my mom might watch something on Easter.
Nice. Shotzi is ready for Easter, so.
It's an interesting bunny suit. She's wearing red and black ears. Pico says, we are grabbing some items for sides tomorrow. A neighbor couple may join us. Oh, that's cool. Is the silk pie just for yourself then, Pico? Just out of curiosity. You're like, I got myself a pie. I do that sometimes. Get myself certain things. So I have a feeling that Riddle is going to lose. Matthew says, "LOL, I might cook rabbit." Oh yeah,
Rabbit?
out there in the woods.
Put it on a spick. Spike? Spick? What do they call that? Spit.
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 Ravi says, "Plans. You got plans, D?" You know, I don't have plans as of right now, but that always can change. It's one of those things.
He's getting to fight the fat, drunk Uso.
He's going to fight the fat one. Ravi just said, "Is Jimmy the fat one?"
Yeah.
Yes. He's a little bit chunkier one. Yes. He's got a little more fluff. Sophie says, "What sport is the most boring sport to watch?"
For me, okay, we're talking about like real sports though, right? Like, because anybody can go into like cross-country skiing or something. But like
Sure.
sports, like major sports out of the four, I would probably say hockey for me. Would
it change if it was in person, do you think? Like if you went to a live event, would it be different? Like would it be more exciting?
Well, that's what I'm going by.
Like a live event?
If it was all live. I think hockey would be the hardest to watch with soccer because the ball, it's just everywhere constantly with no scoring. And when they do score, it's like a major event. And then I would go basketball and football and then baseball because baseball is the most, you know, it's got the most going on at once. All right, this match has started. But yeah, baseball's the most complex.
No, don't chew that.
It's constantly something's going on. And the other thing about baseball is that you can watch a game a day for the rest of your life and see something different. That's never happened before in the sport.
True.
And it's over 120 years old, and you can still watch things that have never happened before.
he fell out of the bag pretty much on his head. Sorry.
All right, we do have the match going on.
Yeah, it's
but
happening.
That would be my order, because I think the NFL's, or football games are pretty fun to watch also, so I would put that above the NBA. But the NBA, they're constantly up and down, and they're just scoring nonstop. Or college basketball.
Right.
And I did throw soccer in there. I put it in there with hockey. Because it's the same thing. Like, they just move back and forth.
Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So it's like, damn it, do you have off from your real job the day after you... No.
No.
No. Work. Piccolo says, y'all are funny. Jimmy ain't fat. He's fatter than the other one.
We're comparing him to Jay.
Sophie says, I say golf, tennis, and hockey are the most boring sports to watch. Robbie says, Travis, send Jimmy your diet sheet. Maybe might help him lose weight. Right. It's called Don't Drink Alcohol.
Yeah, sugar. Get away from sugar. It's poisonous.
Sophie says, baseball is boring to watch on TV, but when you see it live, it isn't boring at all.
Yeah, always watch the catcher's glove. If you feel like you're going to get bored watching baseball, watch the catcher's glove. If the pitcher's hitting where the catcher is setting up his glove, then the pitcher's on. If he's not, then he's off. And that's basically how you watch the game.
Yeah. Robbie says football is quality to watch live, and he means soccer and all the American people. Vehicle says, I certainly disagree. 9 innings when it's a no-hitter is not very exciting, in my opinion.
Oh, it's my favorite. I love pitching matchups. I love 1-2, 1-0 games. Every bat is stressful.
Robbie's like, no, Cola, Jimmy is just big-boned. My bad, LOL. Right. Oh, he threw Riddle into the barricade. Poor Riddle.
Why are you on crack, buddy? Where'd you get it?
We don't have catnip in the house. They said you wouldn't be interested in it until you're about 6 months old.
You like fart noises? Not fat noises, that's Jimmy.
Do you like the fat noises that are up there? I'm just kidding.
He's like, I want up there. I'm going to stop the stream.
No.
I'm going to stop the stream, Mom.
It's like, what's this thing? Press stuff.
What's this? What's this do?
And chew on it. You can't step there. You can't step there, wacko. I'll put you down. Run away. Go say hi to the dog. He wants to say hi to you.
Max wants to play with you.
Sophie says, I only go to the baseball games for the food. Pico says, I enjoy playing tennis, but on TV can be horrendous.
It really depends on if you're watching the women's or the men's, too. The men's game is so much faster. So I do like the men's tennis. But some of those dames are nice to look at, so I like watching Serena Williams.
Right.
She's my favorite.
Matthew says, we need a new sport or just create new leagues that allow the use of performance-enhancing drugs. Golf on steroids would be something.
We got to see it, right? Wasn't that Tiger Woods? we saw what golf on steroids looked like.
What's she doing crazy?
There's no way he wasn't on them. You could see the difference between him and the rest of the field. And then once his body started breaking down,
yeah,
you could just tell, because they didn't drug test in golf.
Right.
And he was dominant in the 90s and the early 2000s. One
Wow.
of the greatest ever. He still didn't pass Jack, but still. And then his body gave out, which it happens to all those athletes when they're on that stuff. Look at Triple H.
Yep, exactly. Or any other.
Or Hogan or any other
that
high-quality athlete. Bo Jackson, his hip broke.
That's terrifying. His hip broke, Jesus.
Yeah.
Was he just walking? He was just like,
No, he was in the middle of a football game
Oh.
when it happened. He got
Ouch.
tackled by the Bengals. I want to say his name was Brooks. It was number 31 for the Bengals.
Huh.
And he tackled him from behind. It was one of those horse collars where he grabbed him. Nowadays, it's an illegal tackle, but back then, grabbed him, pulled, and his hip, dislocated and then snapped.
That's crazy.
That was his last football game.
Huh.
It was very sad because he was in his prime.
Sophie says, oh yeah, I totally forgot about soccer. That sport is kind of boring to watch, and I used to watch it from time to time.
Yeah, I like soccer because I've never actually seen it live, besides the girls up at the college here. But I like watching it on TV because the crowd, it sounds like bees. I don't know why.
Ambient noise.
It just sounds like bees, and it puts me to sleep.
Ambient noise happening.
I sleep so good during soccer matches. I love when the World Cup is. I don't even care who's playing. I just watch it and fall asleep.
That's funny.
Very
Ravi
peaceful.
says, I went to Wimbledon once. It's a long, old day. Sophie says, hockey is the only sport that seems to be on all year. JVD says, professional bowling is the best sport.
That one guy that used to do all the wrestling moves during it, like throat slashes and the suckets. Every time he
It's professional bowling.
Yeah, he was awesome.
That bowler.
I can't remember who. He's the skinnier guy with.
I kind of remember that.
Yeah.
Ravi says, Sophie, that's because you watch American soccer. That's why it's boring. Sophie says, bowling's okay. It isn't a great sport, but it isn't bad to watch as well. Pico says, I don't know, Sophie, are just talking about team sports. Sophie's like, I'm talking about random sports.
Well, that's why I was bringing it up, because if we're talking about other sports as you go on down the line, some of them are pretty
darts
boring.
were fun to watch.
I watched darts on one of the channels, and it was in Ireland or Britain or something, and they had a pack. There was like 70,000 people in the stadium watching people throw darts, and it was electric watching those guys.
It was crazy, and it was fun.
I was like, holy crap. And they're really good. They hit like the triple 20 or the double 20 or whatever it is every single time. I think it's a triple.
Stop chewing on things, you weirdo. Stop it. Stop it.
I don't know what happened to my water bottle. It was in the bathroom and it disappeared.
That one?
No, it's a spray
Oh,
bottle.
it's underneath the sink.
Oh.
You
Yeah,
should have
I
just
looked for it
asked.
today.
It was on the floor, and you never put it away, so I just put it in there. Hold on. Let's see this. Go find something to do.
Why are you being so mean?
Instead of being mean.
I heard you hit him.
Smack, smack, smack.
Sound like a drum.
Patting him like a dog.
All right, Riddle up top. Oh, Jimmy got his knees up.
Is Riddle
Pop
going to win
up.
this?
Oh,
Is Jimmy gonna win
Samoan
it?
drop.
Who's going to win it?
1, 2, 3. No, Riddle got his shoulder up.
Pico's like, I may have told you I grew up basically in a bowling house 3 nights a week. My parents had played in a league.
That is so awesome.
My
So
parents
can you
really
bowl,
like
like-
bowling too.
Can you bowl a 200 or plus?
So much so that my parents had bowling balls. Like my mom bowled and stuff like that. She wasn't. My mom never. I don't know if she was in leagues before I was born or whatever. But
My grandparents were in leagues.
yeah, my cousin was in a league. She loved bowling. She would come to town for their league and stuff, and I'd go over to Tough Guys. Is that the right one?
Yep.
That's still open. The
Yep.
only one that's still open.
Yep.
Anyways, I'd go over there and hang out with her while she was doing her stuff. Sophie says, I used to bowl. I even have my own bowling ball and shoes. Matthew says, who do you think you are? I am. LOL, that bowling meme. Yes. Sophie says, Travis, what sport did you play when you were in high school?
Football.
Matthew says, come
And
on,
track
Riddle.
and field.
Matthew wants Riddle to win. You think it's going to happen? He's going up top. Oh, he just got bamboozled.
Uh-oh. Thrust kick. That might do it.
Bamboozled.
Jimmy going up top. Randy attacking Jay.
Why is your tail fluffy? Why is your tail so fluffy?
Jimmy going to go help his brother, isn't he?
Aha. Okay. There you
No.
go. Boop, boop.
Riddle. Pop up.
Oh,
there it is. An RKO out of nowhere.
Pop up RKO.
Randy's in the ring. I thought he was
He's
going to
so
get
excited.
disqualified.
I think he's going to have an aneurysm.
Riddle with an RKO out of nowhere on one of the Usos. Jimmy.
The Jimmy Uso. The big boned one. The fluffy. Matthew says, oh, Randy marking out for Riddle. LOL. Sophie says, good night. See you Monday.
Woo!
Bye, Sophie. Luna's like, goodbye.
Goodbye.
We have 4 minutes left.
We could be here tomorrow night, just so you guys know.
Yeah, we'll probably be here, I'm sure.
It'll be 6.
Travis will be like, we're doing it! We're
What's
doing
an
it!
hour? It's funny the difference between 1 hour and 2 hours of wrestling, and then the difference between 2 hours and 3 hours.
I know, right? 1 hour is like, whoa, it's gone. 2 hours, you're like, nah, it's not so bad. Oh, it's almost done. Oh, okay, it's done. 3 hours is like, oh my God, it's never going to end. It's going to just be here forever and never go away. Gothlish, she says, I'm gone. And Pico says, there's like 3 dozen bowling balls in the garage since I don't bowl anymore. And my stepdad's passed. They're all collecting dust.
Oh,
That's sad.
go bowl.
Matthew says that was a nice match to end the night. Isn't bowling something you can do on your own?
Yeah, you can go train.
You have so many bowling balls that you literally could just get your buddies together. They could pick a bowling ball from your collection and you guys could go bowling. Vindicator says, nice for Riddle, but I can't wait until the unification and the Usos win to break up RK Bro. Anyway, take care, everyone.
Woo!
Catch some
Parkour.
of you later on Monday.
Parkour!
Chief Detective Martha Chicago SWAT says, yeah, see ya next week. Okay, bye. Have a
Bye-bye.
great weekend. Happy Easter, everybody. Everybody take care. Be careful out there. You know, good stuff for the weekend. If you're having fun with your family, you know, make sure you say how much you care about them. All that good stuff.
Good stuff. All right, everybody. We had a great time.
Yes, it was fantastic. All right. See you guys on Monday, most likely, but we might be here tomorrow. So just so you know.
All right. Thank you for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.